Alright, it's us again. She's using the bathroom, and I figured I'd steal the camera and show you something we got today. 10 pounds of ground beef. It's like the 7327, but, sorry about that. One thing I like, I don't know if you can see, yeah, the carbs, 0. Sugar, 0. Protein, 17. Well, you can read all that. The fat is a little high. Calories are a lot high. But, oh! I mean, bringing along, we got 2 things of them. And one thing that I did, and it's not exactly something that he would approve of, but I got 2 of them, but we only paid for one, because I pretended to scan one, but didn't exactly scan it. And got our turkey in there. We bought it last year when it was on sale for like 38 or 58 cents a pound. We bought 2 or 3 of them, and this has just been in the freezer. Now our pizzas, them brats and them hot dogs, and that thing of sausage, they were in here. Oh man, I need to wash that. There's our roaster, because the oven part of our stove does not work, so if we want to bake something, we put it in there. Now, them pizzas, we put them in the deep freeze, and we had tons of ice in there. Well, they thawed out, obviously, and Tina's a little weary about eating on them. She doesn't want to. Told her, well, she can buy some brand new pizzas. Brand new pizza. Anyways, and then she can eat on that. And what she don't eat, she can put it on in the fridge and have later on. And then these pizzas I can have. She's worried that it might go bad, but I told her the only thing she really has to worry about is, I mean, cheese can last a month or more. Pepperonis, they have so much sodium they don't really need to be frozen or even refrigerated. The only thing she would have to worry about would be the milk and or egg in the crust. But nonetheless, what I'm going to do, but you look at eggs, they can last a month or more. And we had all that ice covering the pizza, so it should be okay. But anyways, what I'm going to do is, when we have the pizza, when I have a pizza, I'm going to smell it and make sure it's good. And we got like 8 of them in there. And if it's not good, I'm going to throw it out. If it's good, I'm going to say, Tina, trust me, it's good. Take a smell, take a bite. But I'm not going to force her. Now, you're probably looking at this chair going, oh, that's all natty, blah, blah, blah. Speaking of natty, there's my beer. But anyways, when we got this side right here looked like that side. But I have a nervous habit of picking the little things out and rolling them in my fingers. I don't know why. And this right here, it was in perfect shape. Kind of like that. But he likes to dig up here. And some of this right here, that again is because I like to pick it. And that's just one of my nervous habits. But yeah, that bed right there, sorry about my feet, for about a week and a half I slept down here. Tina couldn't sleep on it because of her back. And are those orbs? Hey, maybe we have ghosts. But anyways, but I had to be down here because the cord was coming in, the extension cord from our neighbors was coming in from there. And then we had a series of extension cords plugged in. So I had the TV plugged in, and I had a fan plugged in. Now the first couple days with the TV, it'd either be a DVD we would watch, or UHF, which is like antenna type TV. And then our neighbors, God bless them, let us piggyback on their Wi-Fi. And so we would be able to basically watch whatever they had via a cable package, because you get your cable through your internet. And so like right now, let's say there's 3 cable packages. There's 1, 2, and 3. Let's say they have cable package 1. Well, if we sign into their Wi-Fi, we're going to get their cable package on any of our Roku or Wi-Fi devices. Let's say we have a cable package number 2. If they would sign into our cable package, they would be able to watch the shows that we can watch. Now, that's good and bad, because, I mean, right now, they ain't got a lot of channels, so there's a lot of shows we're missing out on, like football right now. And, but we got cable. We can watch Friends, we can watch the Cleveland Show, we can watch Untold Stories of the ER, we can watch Mike and Molly. But they also got a couple channels that we don't have, such as the Science Channel. I love that channel, and so I watched a little bit of it. And, I mean, when we get our cable back, if I wanted to, I could always sign into their Wi-Fi and watch Science Channel. But, now, if their cable went out, and they said, hey, we're going to be without Wi-Fi and cable for a few days, can we piggyback off you guys? I'd be like, oh, definitely. They'd be shocked by all the channels we had. You never know, when their cable's back on, they might be piggybacking off ours just to watch some of them stations they don't get. But you know what? That's what friends, family, and neighbors do. And, but right now, our cable service, or, well, Spectrum, and which is our cable service, and our Wi-Fi is spotty because our house is like 100 feet away from their house, so it's a low Wi-Fi signal. Our cable guy is supposed to be here Saturday afternoon, so after an hour or so after that, we should have perfect Wi-Fi and cable again. It'll probably be about 6 p.m. your time. You'll probably get an email from Tina going, yay, it's back on. Yeah, but I mean, right now we got electric on. And, oh man, it's just nice to have electric, because for them 2 weeks, like I'd be in the bathroom or just, at the sink or just wherever. Out of habit, I'd go turn on a light. It'd be like, duh, no electric. And then when it did come back on, when I'd be walking into a room, out of a room, whatever, in back of your mind, you're thinking, bring your flashlight. And it's like, wait, we have electric now. And I don't know if you know who Amish people are. We got them here in this area of America a lot. They basically, imagine people in 1850. Or Little House on the Prairie type people. That's how they are. I mean, they don't have covered wagons and stuff like that. But they have, like black carts that'll be horse-drawn. And Abby, put that away. And they don't use electric or phones or anything, but they will come to town if someone takes them to town. And they will buy bulk. Not bulk as in like Costco or Sam's Club, but like they'll go to Aldi's and buy like 10 bags of potatoes. And I think what they might do is in their village, maybe one family will come into town. Like let's say there's 10 families. Each family might say, well, you get me this, well, you get me that. And they'll do all that. And then one Amish family comes in town and gets it all for them. And there's... And they'll have what they call an English. They call non-Amish people English. Like, hey, okay, that's a sense of pride for me. And then what they'll do is, I mean, I don't know how Amish people make their money. I do know some of them around here, they're called yoders. What they do is they build furniture, they process cheese and whatnot, and then they sell it to the English, the non-Amish here. And, but the thing is, why don't they grow potatoes on their farm? Why do they come here, buy potatoes? Well, maybe it depends on the family. Maybe one family does dairy, the other might do farming, and the other might, do woodwork. And maybe none of the families actually do potatoes. Or maybe here in Ohio, the dirt ain't that great for potatoes. So they can't grow certain foods, so they'll come here into town and get it. But that's fine. I mean, I'm sure, sell their food and furniture to us, and we in turn sell to them. And I think it's great because it's basically two cultures of people getting along. And they basically dress in like slacks with suspenders, a dress shirt, kind of like an overcoat, and imagine a cowboy hat that's flat. The brim is flat.
Like a pilgrim?
And kind of sort of like a pilgrim. And the men generally... Alright, I'll be right back.